Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video on supplements. What about supplements? There seems to be a big debate and cross information on oh no, not to supplement or to supplement and so forth like that. But yeah, I know from my own experience that supplements have actually helped. There is a time and place for supplements, and with everything. You've got to read the label and make sure there's no fillers and additives and preservatives and stuff like that, and make sure that it's pure ingredients, because there is a lot of supplements out there that just do absolutely nothing, and it's just money down the toilet literally. So yeah, so you've just got to be careful and make sure that whatever supplement you're taking, you're actually getting it from a responsible source that is backed, and know that actually does work. Now, when I was actually about 3 years ago, when I was diagnosed with MTHFR, and my body was in a really bad place, my methylation system wasn't working properly, and my homocysteine was through the roof. Which homocysteine, basically, if it's through the roof, you're at risk of a heart attack, thrombosis, and stuff like that, because my methylation system was not working. So if you want to learn more about MTHFR, I recommend Dr. Ben Lynch's book, Dirty Genes. It's where basically you can clean up the genes so that they're not causing reactions and stuff like that. And my doctor at the time put me on some B supplements. So we got this was a compound cream that I could just rub on my legs, because back then I was very sensitive to supplements. I was hypersensitive and reacting and so forth. So this one is actually your B2 and B6 P5P cream, and it's yellow and it actually colours the skin. So I just put that on. Now, I don't have the full dose that they recommend because, as I said, my body was reacting, and I sort of got stuck into just being, having it just twice a week, and I just rub it on. And my blood tests show that even the small amounts actually worked. It actually fixed my methylation system. My homocysteine came down. So that helped with the MTHFR, along with the folinic acid. Now that's your B9. Also, as basically your you don't really want to have folic acid because that's man-made. And it does actually become quite toxic, so you really want to have the folinic acid, which is this one here, and that's your best form of folate. That's the word I was looking for, folate. So this is your folate, and that's the best way to have folate. Don't have folic acid. Like I said, that's just man-made toxic. You want this one, the folinic acid, and that helps get your folate acid, which is your B9s, into the right levels. And those actually helped get my my methylation system working, and also the NAC. Now that also helped lower the homocysteine, which got myself back down to the healthy levels. So between the B vitamins and all that actually helped with my MTHFR and completely fixed it. So the good thing about the NAC is it replenishes the glutathione, which is an important antioxidant. And because glutathione detoxes the body, and it regulates the glutamate. And it's a natural transmitter involved in mood regulation, and it relieves respiratory systems and supports cognitive function like memory and learning, and it reduces inflammation and supports the immune health and function, and also the cardiovascular health. So excellent supplement that. Now, also with Dr. Ben Lynch, he talked about with supplements, you got to treat them like a supplement. You know, it can't replace foods. You've actually got to treat these supplements as a supplement and know what the supplements do. And so you don't need to take supplements every day. You know, it's just, he actually has a thing called a pulse method, but because 3.5 years ago, I had such bad brain fog because of the MTHFR, that I couldn't get my brain around his pulse method, which he's got written in the book. But I've actually just stuck to my method of doing it, so I just will have these twice a week, and I'll just have it in small amounts that I feel that's right for me personally. You've just got to use the dosage on the packages just as guides. And something else that he said, which I actually have agreed with and I have found personally in myself, supplements in tablet form are the worst for the body to absorb. Like, I remember when I was pregnant with my son, that was my firstborn, I had trouble with iron levels, so I went on to these iron tablets, and I actually found it in the stool in the toilet. This was many, many years ago, and I thought, well, that my body didn't absorb those iron tablets, so that just didn't work. So yeah, so basically powder form, in powder form, drop form is the best for our body to absorb, because it just makes it so much easier. Then with capsules, some capsules you can actually open and, you know, take the contents out, but some you can't, because you actually have to take some supplements, otherwise it will, you know, burn your esophagus and your gut. So there are some capsules that you can't open, but there are some supplements that are in capsule form that you can open up and use the powder. But don't bother wasting your time buying tablet form supplements. They useless, your body can't absorb it, waste of time. So stick to drop form and stuff like that. Now, he also has a supplement range too. Now, I've got a couple of his, which is the vitamin D3 and K2 drops. So that's that one, and also the molybdenum, and that's from Seeking Health. So that's all part of his supplement range. So you can vouch that he's got really good supplement range there. Now, with the molybdenum, whoops, let me get that the right way. With the molybdenum, which is an essential trace mineral that occurs naturally in our body and is also in some foods. And it is a component of 4 different enzymes in the body that helps break down proteins, alcohol. But just a word on alcohol, if you didn't know, alcohols actually act like an antibiotic. So if you're drinking alcohol, it's going to be killing all your healthy gut microbiome in your gut. And so it's not really healthy. So I personally wouldn't recommend people, you know, drink alcohol. I'm sorry. I think, you know, it's very important to keep your healthy gut microbiome and keep it healthy. Now, some might argue, oh, but alcohol's in the Bible, wine and so forth, but you've got to understand that the wine back in biblical times was totally different to what wine is these days. The wine back in biblical times was as close to a natural state as possible. It didn't have the additives and preservatives and so forth that the wine that has today. And I'm pretty sure it would be closer to the fermented wine as well, you know, like what I do with the fermented foods. So yeah, I honestly don't agree with alcohol of these days. So I'm sorry if you like alcohol, but you know, you want to keep a good healthy microbiome, but if you don't care about a healthy gut microbiome, well, there you go, it's your health. um, I just had to just share that anyway. It's your choice. And also with the molybdenum, it also helps to break down the toxins. No, that's that one, isn't it? It also helps to break down the toxins, the proteins, the drugs and toxins, and the purines and the sulfates. So if you have sulfates issues, this is great for helping with the sulfates like you get in eggs and so forth. Another great one is cod liver oil. I get the fermented one, which is Green Pastures fermented cod liver oil. Now this cod liver oil is excellent because it contains the essential certain fatty acids that help prevent blood clotting, and it reduces pain and swelling because it's an anti-inflammatory, and it's great for heart health, depression, arthritis, and many other conditions, because omega-3s, they are anti-inflammatory, as with the omega-6s, they are inflammatory, so you need to have that right ratio of the omega-3s and omega-6s. You don't want to be overdoing on the omega-6s, so this is omega-3. And this is also good for the skin too, it hydrates it. So yeah, this is actually good for teeth, good for muscles, the brain, eyes, heart, as I said. So there's just many benefits to the cod liver oil, so I highly recommend this. It will definitely help with your health heaps. I'm not a fan of multivitamins either. I think it's better to get them in separate form, like I have in the bottles. And I've got a zinc here, which also has boron. It has boron, if I'm pronouncing that right. So I just take that once a week. I just put a couple of drops in the water. So I have that, so I get my zinc. Now selenium. This is really vital for your thyroid and also for your liver. Now, it's very important to have this because it will help keep your thyroid right. So I have this about twice a week in my water. And electrolytes. This is one that I do have every day because you don't want to have electrolyte imbalance. Electrolytes are basically your potassium and your magnesium. And this one's actually got magnesium glutamate, and your sodium. So this is very vital for your hydration. So I just put this in my water every day, and it helps me to keep my electrolytes functioning properly. So vitally important electrolytes. You don't want to have electrolyte imbalances. And then I buy a big bag of magnesium fluoride flakes, and I'll use this either in a foot bath, and I'll also get a spray bottle, and I'll do a 2-to-1 ratio. The 2 is the water and this is the 1. And then I use that as a magnesium oil and put it on my body to help get because the skin absorbs all the magnesium, so that also helps get, so between the two, the magnesium in that and the magnesium in this, I'm getting lots of magnesium into me, as also my food and the fermented foods that I'm having. And of course I take the digestive enzymes, and I take this Healthy Gut Holozyme digestive enzymes, because apparently when you get to about the age 40, our body struggles to produce the digestive enzymes as well. So it just helps to take the digestive enzymes to support that. And if you have food sensitivities and intolerances, you need these enzymes to help cover that shortage to stop the food sensitivities. Because as I've said in my food sensitivities video, it's a combination of missing digestive enzymes and limbic system impairments. So you've got to retrain your brain on that to stop reacting, because it gets stuck in that loop. So this one's a broad spectrum one, as I've mentioned several times, and it also has an enzyme that helps with salicylates, which is very important, and also helps with histamine intolerance too. And they've also got another supplement which I want to get, but that's a swallowing one. You can't break that capsule up. That's going to have to be swallowed, and I need to do some brain retraining to help me so that I can swallow it. But I'll show you the picture of it after this. But that actually also helps with food sensitivities and tolerances, because it's got the butyrate, which is good. It gets down into your intestinal there and helps clean that up of the nasty bad bugs, and really helps with the healing of the gut as well. So the combination of that and the Tributyrex X, that's just like a game changer. So hopefully I'm going to get that soon. It's not cheap getting it to Australia, so I don't know when I'll get that, but I will start brain retraining soon so I can take that. So that's that there. And with the digestive enzyme, I take that every day with every meal. So that's one that I do take regular, and that's fine to take regular. Now, I hope that has helped, because I think it's okay to take supplements, but like I said, you've got to read the labels and make sure there's no fillers, no additives. Get powdered form and drop form preferably, and if it's a capsule that supplement can actually be opened in, then you can open it, like that digestive enzyme. I just open the capsule and use that. But if it's like the Tributyrex X, you got to swallow it. So, but these are really good quality brands. They've been developed by these doctors and medical professionals that have helped with their own health, and yeah, you just got to make sure that you're getting good quality supplements, that you're just not buying cheapo nasty ones from the supermarket. I just don't know how good they are doing, and they would just be money down the toilet. And you've got to know what those supplements are, and you don't have to take supplements every day. Like I said, you just work a system, and like I take the NAC twice a week. I don't take it every day. Most of them I take twice a week, except for the electrolytes and the digestive enzymes and the magnesium. Like I said, I would put that on every day, because magnesium is really important. You don't want to be low in magnesium. And I think it's the magnesium glutamate or whatever it is, with the G name is one of the best, and it is really good too. This also helps with your muscle cramps and everything like that. I just hope this helps you with supplements. I think, supplements have a time and place, and you've got to know what the supplements are for. And if you're eating a whole natural food diet anyway, the way God intended it, you only need those just as a supplement, just to top you up, just as an assurance thing, because you don't want to throw your vitamin and minerals in your body out of whack either, and cause an imbalance there too. So you just got to be careful that you don't overdo them too. And best time to take vitamin D is straight after your breakfast, at the end of your breakfast meal. That's the best time to take that. And I actually take all my vitamins in the morning anyway. It's just the digestive enzymes that I take throughout the day, and the magnesium, you can take it throughout the day as well. So just take them in the morning. That's the best way to take the majority of those supplements. So God bless. I forgot to mention the iodine, which is also excellent for your thyroid and breast function and liver and prostate tissues and so forth like that. That's a vitally important one too. But if you're already having cod liver oil and sardines, you won't need to supplement with this, But if you're not having any sardines, the reason why I go for sardines or any small fish is because you're less likely to get mercury in it, because a lot of fish out there, it's got mercury and so forth like that, so you don't want to be eating lots of big fish because of that. So that's why I particularly go for the smaller fish like sardines and kippers and stuff like that, because they won't have that. So, but yeah, so if you're not having all that, please supplement with your iodine. You only need a drop or two a day in your water or whatever you put it in, and that will help keep your thyroid and all these functions properly. So that's a vitally important nutrient, because so many people, especially if you're in parts of the world where there's no iodine or hardly any iodine in the soil, you really need to be taking an iodine supplement. So, and I always recommend drop form, as I mentioned. So I hope you found this helpful. God bless.